All right, y'all, today we are taking on phase 1 of this garage turned into home gym makeover, and that's going to include weather protecting our garage with the help of Thermo. Thermo not only provide a positive seal to ensure no energy is lost, but keeps out mice, snakes, and other unwanted creatures from our home gym. Each Thermo kit includes 2 new tracks, new brackets, fasteners, and Thermo seals. The first step in replacing your tracks is to move the garage door into the fully open position and then place clamps on both sides of the vertical tracks. Next, we're going to remove the old door jambs. If yours are in good shape, you can save them for later. If they're like ours, might as well just throw them away. We'll start fresh. Now it's time to get some measurements. Using the lower track bracket, measure the distance from the garage jamb to the existing vertical track. We'll be using those measurements later, so hold on to them. In the meantime, let's remove the old track and brackets. Once the old brackets and track are removed, we're going to replace them with our brand new Thermo track, brackets, and fasteners. Be sure not to tighten the fasteners all the way because we will have to make some adjustments later. Once everything is attached, set the vertical track section by adding 3/8 of an inch offset to the distance you recorded from the bottom bracket earlier. Now that the track is in its new position, you can tighten down all the fasteners. Be sure to also align the upper track section with the newly installed vertical track and tighten those fasteners as well. The new track already looks so good. Once everything is aligned, close the door manually and make sure nothing is binding or rubbing. Once the door is closed, inspect the gap distance between the front of the door panel and the garage frame. Adjust the track to have about an 1/8 inch gap between the front of the door panels and the garage frame. Tighten the fasteners on the track and the support brackets. Once you have a gap that's basically the size of a quarter around the entire perimeter, you can begin installing the Thermo seals. Simply measure all 3 sides of the garage door opening and then cut 3 pieces of the Thermo seals to that size. Starting with the top, remove the adhesive tape and compress the Thermo seals firmly onto the face of the door. Once I had all 3 seals installed, I went ahead and just stapled a few areas to make sure that the seals were extra secure. Once the seals are in, it's time to reinstall or install new jam stops. You can do this simply with nails or screws. Once our Thermo were installed, we were able to paint the outside of the garage door and also paint the floor. Because the Thermo seal out dust and dirt, which are 2 big concerns when painting a floor. Now that our garage is weather protected and can heat and cool more consistently, we'll move on to adding vinyl flooring to half of this space, insulating the walls and adding drywall. So that wraps up phase 1 of our home gym makeover. I am pretty darn pleased with how easy weatherproofing the garage with Thermo was. It's definitely a job I thought would need a contractor, but it turns out any DIYer can do it.